Fortnite has deleted the new shotgun of Season 2, but why did it only last for 3 hours? Well, I started investigating and found secret changes you probably didn't notice. Number 25 is the boss from the live event. A little confusing because who is this? It is not Shogun X. If you remember, we defeated him, and yet players are still coming up against him on the map. This isn't actually the Shogun we know. He has been replaced by one of his demon supporters, and that's why you can see an entirely different face. Defeat him now, and you'll get all new items exclusive to this season, like the Chug Jug instead of a Typhoon Blade, and of course we don't have Fire Mass anymore, so you get a new medallion instead. Did you know this means Shogun's medallion is the first ever to use an in-game item, and the shield bubbles, I mean, they're really nice. By far the craziest change has to be pickaxes. These have remained exactly the same for the last 7 years, only getting minor adjustments like a rename to pickaxes instead of harvesting tools. Well, that's until today, where Fortnite just changed farming speed for the first time ever. You can only get it if you use the Gold Rush ability, and once you're juiced up, you'll realize how useful this is. Speaking of pickaxes, it's also the first time ever that you could literally drop it on the ground as an item. No idea why you would want to do this, but it only works with a single pickaxe. Here's the bug and how it works. It starts with the jar buster, and it turns out if you pick up a weapon while it's equipped, it'll swap your pickaxe with the item. I don't know how Fortnite manages to do this every season, but they released a new item by mistake again. On launch day, a developer accidentally added the pump and dump shotgun to Team Rumble. This was meant to release in a few weeks, so after 3 hours, they secretly deleted it, and I kind of feel bad for the Epic employee who's now probably in trouble. One of the weirdest changes you would never notice has to be the ban gold. You see, if your teammate has Gold Rush and starts farming like crazy, you can't profit from it. After all, it was them who mined the gold, so if you try and steal their hard work, Fortnite will literally say it belongs to another player. Not the only secret ban. If you're looking for one of these new boons, don't go to sprites. I know they used to be the best way to get them, but not anymore. Instead, you need to search rare chests or spend your dill bits in the black market. There's also an entirely new set of boons, so anything you might remember from Season 1, it's just gone forever. And actually, not only did sprites get totally nerfed with the boon drought, they've also straight up hidden their friends. Like for example, the Earth sprites. They used to be really hard to find in Season 1 before they were placed all over the map, and even then, they were still pretty rare. So we kept looking for these guys with the new season and just couldn't find them. At first, we thought they got deleted from the island, but actually they are still here. Fortnite secretly removed their icons from the minimap, giving you the illusion there is no Earth sprites to be found. This next one, I promise you didn't notice. We're gonna talk about Darth Vader for a second, and I know that sounds random, but for some reason his samurai outfit got a secret update. Let's take it back to when Vader first dropped a couple years ago. He brought the Imperial March with him. Okay, and years later, the samurai version came out, but something was missing. All right, now try it after the new season, and this happens. Well, that was pretty cool. Fans are pretty torn over the changes to snipers. Let's talk about it. So we have an entirely new rifle in the loot pool, and it has a pretty cool scope, but its biggest change has to be headshots. Did you know only the legendary and mythic versions are powerful enough to wipe enemies in a single headshot? I guess inflation is hitting the Fortnite island pretty hard lately, because when Fletcher Kane took over part of the map, all the porta potties owned by his gang now have a fee to use. Yeah, in classic tycoon fashion, he wants to make as much money from us as possible, so if you want to use the bathroom, you need to pay him 50 gold. I will say there is still some free ones around the map, but this is ridiculous. One of the best hidden changes is how they made the Chug Jug the greatest healing item again. It's been the last thing to remain untouched after every other consumable got updated, and that's until now, where it has 200 charge and even heals your shield. But it also got the same revamp as minis and medkits, which let you walk around while drinking it. Unlike them though, you don't throw this away when you're done, you keep it until the entire jug is empty, and this is such a W update. Speaking of healing items, we also have the Med Mist, which has been fully transformed for the new season. Fans are loving the all-new Med Mist smoke grenade, because now it can heal your entire team, be thrown at long range, it even gives you tons of cover. As you can see, some changes have made our lives easier. Others, well, let's just say vaults are now way harder of a challenge. Obviously, the whole point of this season is to stage our very own bank robberies, and so vaults no longer have a key card to open. We now need to break in using thermite, which is the first time vaults have received a big change like this since the day they were added. When you're trying to break into these vaults, you'll occasionally be met by Fletcher Kane himself, who's also hiding a secret change. Defeat him and you'll collect a mythic Mammoth pistol. So what's different? Well, this time, instead of just increasing the stats like damage and fire rate, they've also given it a special ability, double ammo. Previously, this thing was a one-shot pistol with how powerful it was, requiring a reload every shot, and now it can fire 2 bullets. Now, we all saw the train get changed up this season with a different design. Turrets and a giant vault. With all the action to break in, you might have forgotten that last season gave you a mythic AR. You open the vault now, and it's not here, but it hasn't been vaulted. Instead, you'll have to head to the Demon Arena Island, take out Shogun, and that's how you get the enhanced Hollow Twister. You see, a lot of things about Lawless were changed before they even got in the game. Epic had to make placeholders for tests and early versions of the season, but sometimes they slip through the cracks, leaving them for us to discover. For example, there's an unfinished version of Thermite sitting in the files, and its image is a hand-drawn noodle. It wasn't just one employee either, because they even left another drawing for the upcoming Dynamite SMG. And I'm not joking, these are real icons made by Epic. One design they successfully made this season is for safes. Since Chapter 2, these things have been all around the map, giving us a free stack of gold for opening them, but they have never been changed until today. Now, they have been revamped from an old school model to a brand new digital safe with a number lock. And while the design for the suppressed pistol hasn't changed since last season, it has been updated with a brand new rarity. Now this weapon has a version for every rarity, common all the way to exotic and even mythic. That's right, you can now find an even more powerful version from the black market sales or armored trucks. One Easter egg we all spotted last season was this random toilet out in the wild. At first it seemed like a simple joke, until people started pointing out it might be a reference to Rick and Morty. Well, in season 2 we dropped in to check if it survived, and it did. But it also got a brand new TV, electric fan, and even condiments. Yeah, for some reason there's a random update to the secret and nobody knows why. Perhaps one of the coolest secret features added is the brand new moments. It's something a lot of players have missed since it's pretty hidden in the locker, but if you scroll down to your jam tracks, you can now equip any of them. Like even old music packs has a theme song when you drop in or get a victory royale. It's pretty cool. That's even easier to do when you break into the secret vault for free loot. A lot of the spiritual vaults hidden in caves and forests from last season have actually stayed, but one has received a slight update. Previously, the secret room at Flooded Frogs was only accessible by using a void mask to teleport through the cracks, but with them vaulted, Epic had to make a change. So instead of just wiping the whole thing out, you can now just break in instead. Obviously, with less difficulty to get inside, the rewards have also changed, and they no longer guarantee several rare chests. One change Epic had to make quickly though was a fix for Ballistic. It didn't get anything new this update, so there should be nothing, right? Right? Well, it turns out anyone who went into ranked and played even just one match will return to the lobby and be met with hundreds of rewards for doing nothing. For some reason, a single round in the mode completed almost every ranked quest for the season, leaving Epic no choice but to disable the quest completely. So, if you got on in time, enjoy the head start. Speaking of ranked, that's not the only change competitive players will see. The entire Compete tab has finally been given an overhaul, with a brand new calendar and easier menus to navigate. Not hard to believe we had the old one for so many years. Anyways, click on screen to watch our next video. It's Tommy. Keep it here on Top 5 Gaming.